I'll remember. I'll remember. Also sitting as special taxing district, December 15, 2025, 9 a.m. Board members will attend either in person, by telephone, or remotely via electronic conferencing. We're all here. And can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Supervisor Lyons, can you please lead us?
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
I want everybody to see it. Oh, you got a garbage can. We all did. Ooh.
Oh, Christ, now I forgot my Christmas
Cute little garbage can.
Somebody
We'll go ahead
keeps
and-
turning my mic on.
Move on to call to the public. Call to the public is held for public benefit to allow individuals to address issues within the board's jurisdiction. Board members may not discuss items that are not specifically identified in the agenda. Therefore, pursuant to Arizona Revised Statute 38-431.081H, action taken as a result of public comment will be limited to directing staff to study the matter, responding to criticism, or scheduling the matter for further discussion and decision at a future date. Public comments may be made in person or submitted by email at publiccomment@yumacountyaz.gov. The email forms of public comments will be accepted until 8 a.m. the morning of the meeting. All public comments will be read out loud during the Yuma County Board of Supervisors meeting that starts at 9 a.m. Desiree, do we have any emails?
We do not have any emails.
Thank you. I do have speaker forms for call to the public and one for an agenda item. So when that agenda item comes up, I'll go ahead and call you. Marlee Armstrong. Good morning.
Your microphone's not on.
Looks like it's on,
It'll take a little while for it to come on.
but the button doesn't push.
Hello, guys. We're still trying to work. Pretty new.
So I just need to, okay.
Now it is.
Okay. My name is Marley, and I'm here to share concerns regarding the lack of noise ordinance in Yuma County. My husband and I live off Fortuna and 40th Street, and we become the newest victims of Mr. Marlon Joseph Andrews, the business owner of Cat and Marlin's and Fat Bottom Pizza. He moved into the old classic cactus nursery that's directly behind our house. Shane and I have lived in the Foothills area for 24 years. We, along with the majority of Foothill residents, choose to live there because it's quieter than living in town. It is contradictory that the Foothills area is known to be a quiet place to live, but there's no noise ordinance. A food truck can play amplified music, and an open-air music venue is allowed to set up shop adjacent to established family neighborhoods. This would not be the case in Yuma. I work with special needs people as a speech therapist and have pretty intense days. By the time I get home, I'm ready to decompress, but now I don't have that luxury. The noise that comes from Marlin's business has completely interfered with my ability to unwind and has negatively affected my quality of life. I used to be able to attend to my garden, play with my dogs outside, and work out in my backyard gym in the evening in peace and quiet, but this is no longer the case. I can no longer eat dinner at the table with my family without hearing someone else's music. Now that the weather is nice, I cannot open up my windows until his business closes. My home is no longer quiet. The music and entertainment business ranks within the top 4 loudest industries due to the amplified sound and ground-borne vibrations. There is a correlation between the stress response and the vibrations produced from noise pollution. Since Cat and Marlin's has moved in, my heart rate and stress level increases the moment I get home. There are days when I cannot hear the music in my house, but there's never a day that I cannot feel it. The music played is not calming, but fast-paced and energetic, producing high beats per minute that directly affects my heart rate. But this is just my experience. The majority of my neighbors have shared the same concerns about the intensity of the music and how it is negatively affecting them. On our stretch of our block, There are people who work shift work. There are people who work early mornings. So by the time that they get home, the music is in their house and in their backyards. They do not have time to have a quiet home. There are people with kids with autism in our neighborhood. There's an elderly mother who lives in a casita directly across, 2 houses down, directly across from the music. I can't imagine what it's like in her little casita. But this is just a little snapshot of the people that I know. Neighbors in Yuma County are diverse with a variety of work responsibilities and personal circumstances. Canton Marlins is not operating as a food truck, but rather an outdoor entertainment venue that offers live music and dancing. On their website, they have stated that they've built their dream backyard, so every night feels like a friends-only festival. But what about our ability to enjoy the backyards that we have put time and resources into?
Go ahead.
Keep going.
Okay. What about our neighbors down the road who recently put in the pool and remodeled their backyard and their inability to enjoy the finished product and tranquility that their backyard should offer? This has always been a quiet neighborhood where families spend time outside, but this is a rare occurrence since Marlon's business moved in. The noise pollution from his business will negatively impede our ability to rent or sell our home when that time comes, because this is the type of information that has to be disclosed. Canton Marlin want to have the best hang in the foothills, but at the expense of others. Their product is music, and they are forcing it on those around them. We have no choice but to hear and feel it. If zoning laws are designed to promote the public health, safety, and welfare of the community, and Yuma County has received complaints regarding unreasonable noise for years from businesses like this, why hasn't anything been done to protect its citizens? How is an open-air music venue allowed to operate adjacent to an established family neighborhood? In today's increasingly chaotic world, peace and quiet should be afforded to every neighborhood and every home. We should be able to go home and get away from it all, but this is no longer an option for me, my family, nor my neighbors. However, it is an option for Marlon since he lives in the city and is protected from businessmen like himself. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Martin. Ian, is this the business we gave the special use permit to? Not recently? A different, okay.
I've been looking into this, and we're trying to figure out a solution. Maggie's looked at it. Unfortunately, with the zoning, it does meet that zoning
Mr. Chairman,
requirement.
I'm sorry, this item's
Oh,
not on the
sorry.
agenda. This is a call to the public. Thank you.
It's being looked into.
Okay, so can we continue on that, see what we
Yes,
can-
sir, will
okay,
do.
Thank you. Chain Sarns?
Good morning.
Good morning.
That was my wife that just spoke. I'm going to fill in some of the gaps concerning that business. I've tried to mitigate it at the lowest level possible. I spoke to Kat and Marlon about the unreasonable noise. I've also spoke to Deb Rennick, who's the president of the Fraternal Order of Eagles for the Foothills chapter and the owners of that property. Both parties instantly stated that Yuma County does not have a noise ordinance, and there is nothing governing their business type or any policies that would stop them from doing it. Marlon James has referenced he is well within his rights, and that due to Fat Daddy's victory with the board, it is helping him with how he runs his business. Kat has stated she couldn't believe that that property was zoned the way it was, especially being surrounded by all the residents. With talking to them, it shows they're well aware of how they're conducting their business without a care about the impact it's having on our neighborhood. I went down to the Department of Development Services on December 8th and asked about the constant problem. I was told that they have received several anonymous phone calls about the noise.
Mr. Chairman, could we ask those at the microphone to speak louder? We're having a hard time hearing.
Oh, I'm
up
sorry.
here.
I mean,
That's
it
what we were
isn't-
trying to fix right now, so I apologize for the interruption.
Okay, do I need to repeat anything, or we're good to this point? Okay, so I was told by one of the employees down there, there's been several anonymous complaints about the music coming from the business. She stated she drove out there and in her opinion, the music wasn't unreasonable. I don't understand how she could come to that conclusion when that office operates from 8 to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. The music that comes from his place doesn't start until 3, literally, during the week, and isn't until its loudest until 5 to 7. I've had decibel meter readings on my phone at my back door, which is 80 decibel meter. During the weekends, it's all day. So, I asked about special use permits, outdoor entertainment venues. They said that there was none that was required by Yuma County. I was told by her there was nothing that could be enforced and said all actions or directions must be given to her department by the Board of Supervisors. She asked if I called the Sheriff's Department to file a complaint. I don't understand why I or my neighbors need to call the Sheriff's Department to file a complaint about this issue. The Sheriff's Department is understaffed as it is and overworked. She also stated I had the ability to take this matter to civil court. Again, I don't understand why I have to get to that point. I will tell you this, I'm a disabled veteran. I don't go to bars or outdoor venues and like that because of what I've been diagnosed with. It's very uncomfortable for me. I prefer to stay home where it's peace and quiet. My home is no longer peaceful for me because of the noise and music that is forced upon me by Marlon James. I have an increase in stress and hypervigilance because of the music and the bass. I feel it constantly. While trying to watch TV or relax, I focus on that noise. Now my dogs, who don't bark, now they bark randomly throughout the day because of the crowd cheering and hooting and hollering. Once the noise does stop, it does stop around 7, not necessarily always 7, it's later than that. It does take me several hours to calm down from this incident, and it's starting to become a daily occurrence. I don't really understand how two people can move into an area and conduct their business in such a manner that has exponentially disrupted the peace and harmony of an established neighborhood, and they are afforded more rights and protections from the county than that of other residents. Like I said, our neighborhood wasn't built next to a strip mall or a row of businesses. It was built next to that nursery, and that nursery did contribute positively to the quality of life of our neighborhood. And with that saying, I did go around and get signatures from my neighbors who have expressed the same concerns about the noise coming from Fat Bottom Pizza, Cat and Marlon's place. So thank you for taking the time to listen to me.
Thank you, and we'll definitely continue to look into that, and we'll get to a resolution there. Thank you. Anybody else from the public that wishes to address the board? Seeing none, I'll go ahead and bring it back to the board and move on to presentations, proclamations, and appointments. During this segment of the agenda, board members may discuss the presentation and proclamations and may announce appointments to the Yuma County Planning and Zoning Commission and the Yuma County Board of Adjustments. No legal action will be taken. Any appointments from the board? None. We'll move on to item number 1, presentation of the Yuma County Quarterly Safety Excellence Award. Carlos and Yesenia.
Good morning, Chairman Porcius and members of the board. My name is Yesenia McCormick. I am a risk management specialist with the Risk Management Division. At Yuma County, safety is a commitment we honor, dedicated to providing a secure and healthy environment for our employees and the public. Our team members' dedication drives the success of Yuma County and the Superior Court. To honor those who consistently champion safety, we established the Safety Excellence Award. Any employee can nominate a colleague. All nominees receive a certificate, a goodie bag, and recognition in the UCount newsletter. The Safety Committee reviews nominations and selects a winner. The quarterly winner receives an Arctic USAFE tumbler and a $100 check. Quarterly winners are then automatically entered for the Annual Safety Excellence Award, where the ultimate winner receives a $250 check. To introduce this quarter's nominees, please welcome Safety and Security Coordinator Carlos Marquez to the podium.
Hello, good morning. Thank you, Chairman Porcius, members of the board.
Hey, Carlos.
My name is Safety and Security Coordinator Carlos Marquez. And with this being the first Safety Excellence Award in the brand-new Board of Supervisors San Guanetti Auditorium, I'm delighted to commend the outstanding nominees for safety excellence in the third quarter of 2025 and to announce the deserving winner. Today, we have the privilege of acknowledging the winner, who has been nominated for his dedication to safety from July to September of 2025. And a big thank you to all those that were nominated. Your contributions truly make a difference in our safety culture. So to start off with our nominee and winner, the Safety Division would like to congratulate Alfredo Velasquez Olivaria, Safety and Security Officer for the Health District with 4 years of service for the county. Security Officer Olivaria has demonstrated exceptional initiative in enhancing workplace safety throughout the Health District. As part of his routine building patrols, he reviews and verifies the safety data sheets, also known as SDSs, an important task given that more than 100 chemicals are used across the facility and product changes occur frequently. Maintaining accurate SDS documentation can be challenging, but Alfredo's monthly reviews ensure binders remain current. When he identifies missing or outdated SDS, he promptly notifies the appropriate supervisor. His vigilance supports safer chemical handling, strengthens emergency readiness, and contributes directly to regulatory compliance. Alfredo also brings proactive and detail-oriented approach to identifying and resolving workplace hazards. During his rounds, he routinely observes issues such as water leaks, facility hazards, or safety concerns, and submits clear, thorough work orders to ensure timely correction. He monitors first aid kits and alerts supervisors when supplies need replenishing, helping maintain a high level of emergency preparedness. His consistent attention and preventative mindset reflect a strong commitment to safety across his department. In addition, Alfredo provides dependable support to the safety compliance officer, by actively reporting hazards ranging from maintenance concerns to security and environmental risks. His early reporting enables prompt corrective action that protects both staff and visitors. As a member of his safety committee, he contributes meaningful observations and practical recommendations for improvements. Alfredo's diligence, initiative, and follow-through make him a trusted and valued member of his department's safety team. By leading through example, addressing hazards quickly, and sharing safety tips with staff, Alfredo consistently champions a culture of safety and prevention throughout the Health District. So please join me in congratulating Security Officer Alfredo Olivaria. Unfortunately, Alfredo could not be here with us today, but the Health District Director, Deanna Gomez, will accept his award on his behalf. So,
Good morning. I'm not Alfredo, but I am happy to accept the award on his behalf. If he was here, he would thank you for the acknowledgement and tell you that he enjoys his job, and we're really grateful that he's there, that he puts the enthusiasm and the detail to keeping us safe. And on his behalf, I graciously accept this award. Thank you.
He needs to smile a little more. I know he's a safety officer, but,
Is this televised? Does he know what he got, or can I just tell him?
well, I don't know. I can't see the sign that says on air, so it may not be.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos and Yesenia. Moving on to item number 2, presentation of the mix, Yuma County and El Condado Informado by Yuma 77.
Welcome to the mix. Yuma County officials recently cut the ribbon on their new 100,000 square foot Yuma County Administration Services building in downtown Yuma. The 3-level facility brings 8 departments under one roof, giving residents a central location for county services.
This new building is a milestone for our organization and how we serve our community. It strengthens how we serve the public. This building is a physical manifestation of our commitment to effective, convenient, and excellent service to our great community.
Each floor features colors representing the Colorado River, agriculture, the military, and Yuma sunsets. Supervisors held their first meeting in the building and unveiled a wooden replica of the USNS Yuma.
I think the space is a lot bigger. So as you can see right now, I think we have like about 100 chairs, but I know we can fit more. So it's definitely a big difference for the public when we have meetings that are very sensitive to the public, that they can come in and we'll have a chair.
The project took 5 years to complete. With the new Yuma County Administration Services building now open, the Yuma County Treasurer's Office is fully operational at its new location. Taxpayers can pay property taxes in person at the downtown facility or use online payments, mail, the mobile app, or QR codes printed on tax notices.
Our tax system is split up into two different payments. Your first half is due by November 1st. Your second half is due by May 1st. Now, if you come in and you miss your first half payment, you do have an option in order to pay the full year off by December 31st of the current year. That way there's no interest charges or anything from that point on, which is a great opportunity. If you don't get it in by November, you have an opportunity to save a few dollars by getting it in by December 31st.
The Treasurer's Office is now providing all regular services from the new building. The Yuma County Library District is gearing up for a new winter reading challenge, Winter with Booker Bear. Starting January 1st, patrons of all ages can sign up through Beanstack or any library desk. The challenge encourages participants to read for just 20 minutes each day. For every day completed, they'll earn a badge, and after collecting all 31, they'll get a raffle entry and a special prize. Kids 0 to 12 will also receive a certificate for Black Bear Diner. Before we go, Yuma County offices will be closed for the upcoming holidays. Most departments will be shut down on Christmas Day, Thursday, December 25th, and again on New Year's Day, Thursday, January 1st. We wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season. Thanks for tuning in. Residents can catch the latest episode of The Mix by visiting yumacountyaz.gov and navigating to the VOD section. You can also head over to the Yuma County's official YouTube channel. English episodes are available under the Mix playlist, while Spanish-speaking viewers can find the Spanish version under El Condado Informado. Both platforms offer access to current and past episodes. ¿Prefiere ver The Mix en español? No se lo pierda. La versión en español del programa está disponible bajo la lista de reproducción El Condado Informado en el canal oficial de YouTube del Condado de Yuma. Gracias por acompañarnos. We'll see you next time.
And that was The Mix. Moving on to consent calendar, the following items listed under the consent agenda will be considered as a group and acted upon by one motion with no separate discussion unless a board member requests. In that event, the item will be removed from the consent calendar for separate discussion and action.
Chairman, if anybody wants to pull anything, if not, I'll just pull item number 8 for minor discussion.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we approve item 1 through 13 with the exception of 8.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve items 1 through 13 with the exception of 8. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
I did. I second.
Tony seconded.
Tony second, yeah.
I was very quiet second, but.
So, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Item number 8, it's Public Works.
Yes, award the bids in the amount of $1.688 million to DPE Construction with the construction of Yuma County South Transfer Station. And authorize the Public Works Director or their designee to enter into a contract with DPE Construction to execute all necessary contracts and related documents to expedite the project contingent upon review by legal counsel. I just wanted to tell you I've gotten a lot of calls, positive calls, most of them. There was one that complained, but there's always a complaint. But on top of that South County transfer station is going to help out a lot. I hope it stops a lot of people from dumping their stuff in the desert, which is one of the main reasons why we want it in South County, because we see all the damage that all those dumps are doing to the desert. So I wanted to just take the opportunity to let you know that the comments have been mostly positive, if not all kind of positive, in some way. And I wanted to let you know that. it's okay. I mean, given the contract out means it's gonna get done pretty soon. So just wanted to make sure that you knew that.
Thank you, thank you.
If there are no other comments, I'll make a motion to go approve item number 8 as presented.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve item 8 as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Kelly.
And we forgot to introduce you, Kelly Freak.
Just a quick comment, I do notice that the closer the mic,
Better the sound.
The better the sound, so.
I want to get closer. Just don't bite it.
Moving on to discussion and action items, the board will open each of the following items separately for discussion and action as appropriate. Item number 1, elect a Yuma County Board of Supervisors Chairman for calendar year 2026.
Is it me that needs to make a motion? If I make a motion that it's the same, we continue with the same position as chairman?
I'll second.
Do we have to? No, just kidding.
Do we have to? We don't have to, but
What if I don't want to?
Trains
for
coming.
everybody that's concerned, I didn't call him to ask him.
There's a motion and a second to continue with Chairman Martin Porchas for calendar year 2026. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. It's been a pleasure and an honor to serve as the chair for the board. I really appreciate the faith you guys have in me, all of you, Lynn. I'll continue to do my best, and if I ever doing or you think I'm doing something wrong, please let me know.
You're too big to let you know, but it's okay.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 2, elect a Yuma County Board of Supervisors Vice Chairman for the calendar year 2026.
I
Chairman?
moved,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jean. Go ahead, Lynn.
I'd like to move that we have Jonathan Lyons remain as vice
I'll
chair.
second that motion.
There's a motion and a second to elect Supervisor Vice Chairman Jonathan Lyons for the calendar year, as Vice Chairman for the calendar year of 2026. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any
I have a
opposed?
I have one question. Why do we elect the vice chairman after the chairman? Is there a sequence that applies here? I mean, why don't we elect the vice chairman first and the chairman later? What's the reason for the sequence?
Why you do the
Oh, I thought, yeah.
It's,
Well,
You've been here the longest. You're the one that said it.
I take
Well,
it
it's
back.
been since we got here, so it had to be your.
Tony,
I take it
why do
back.
we do that?
I don't know.
Think back 30 years. Where did it all start?
It started with me. Oh, it just makes sense to elect the vice chair first and the chairman later, but I don't know.
The way the old board did it, you know.
next year.
You're
Tony,
working
next
on my
year.
confusion,
We'll-
I
we'll,
know.
change it for you next year.
Next year we'll change it for you.
And I just want to say Supervisor Lyons, thank you for
Yeah,
what
for
you've
all the
been
efforts you
bringing
make. I really
to Yuma County. I'm glad that you sit on the board and really, that I think we have a great asset here in Yuma County, so thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Very kind. Appreciate your confidence from the board.
Moving to item number 3, Chairman will appoint board members to serve on the following boards and commissions for calendar year 2026. I mean, unless anybody wants to not be part of a committee that they're assigned to, I know is, that's the next one. So we're all good with A, Chamber of Commerce Legislative Affair Committees, B, Chamber of Commerce Transportation Committee, C, County Supervisors Association Legislative Policy Committee, D, Greater Yuma Economic Development Corporation, E, Local Emergency Planning Committee, F, Local Workforce Development Board, Liaison, Arizona at Work, Yuma County. G, Western Arizona Council of Governments Board. H, Yuma Agricultural Water Coalition, Inc. And I, Yuma Crossing National Heritage Area Corporation. And you have the list, huh? Who's on the committees?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that, or you don't need it,
I
right?
said mine, you don't need a
No,
motion, he's
just
appointment.
Just appointed.
Appoint, so I'll appoint.
There's,
I continue with the representatives and reappoint them to those committees. All right, moving on to item number 4. Action to appoint members of the Board of Supervisors to the Yuma Metropolitan Planning Organization Executive Board for calendar year 2026.
I make a motion that we appoint the same members, as long as they want to serve to the Yuma Metropolitan Planning Organization.
Well, YMPO, I think Lynn wanted that one back.
Lynn,
I
you want that
wanted
back?
that one back, please.
Okay, are you okay?
But I'm
Yeah,
done
I'm
with
fine
it.
with that.
Yes.
You
she's
wanna
okay with
you wanna serve
So the
another year,
appointment-
or
Huh?
you wanna continue to serve another year on that one?
No, I told Lynn I'd cover for it while
that.
she
He already
was here.
gave
Oh,
me the
okay.
end of the
She
year
wants it
statement,
back.
so, yeah.
Okay,
He's ready to pass it on.
that'll work.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you for doing that for me during that presidency.
So this one, we'll need so it's
This is a member of the
Supervisor
board.
Pancrazy and myself on the board.
Okay, I'll make a motion to go ahead, appoint Supervisor Pancrazy and Chairman Borges to the Greater Yuma Port Authority, the Yuma Metropolitan Planning Organization for the calendar year 2026. It's a motion.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second to appoint Supervisor Pancrazy and Supervisor Borges to YMPO Executive Board for calendar year 2026. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. In moving to item number 5,
That one was pulled.
and that one, yeah, it's pulled, so we don't need any action on it. We'll move on to planning and zoning agenda. Full legal descriptions of property sites for the rezoning, for all rezoning cases are available for public review at the Yuma County Board of Supervisors office. Expedited rezoning and public hearing. These items will be open as a group for public hearing and acted upon by one motion to adopt the recommendation of the Planning and Zoning Commission, except for any item that is removed by a board member for separate consideration. That item will be discussed and acted upon separately following action on expedited items. I'll go ahead and open item number 1, rezoning case 2518.
Make a motion, we approve as
But let me,
presented.
I'll do the public hearing.
Public hearing, yeah.
So
We don't want a PowerPoint presentation.
I'll open the public hearing. Close the public hearing, bring back to the board for action.
Motion to approve as presented.
There's a motion and a second to approve rezoning case number 25-18. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Moving on to rezoning regular public hearing items. Staff will make a full presentation on each of the following items, followed by separate discussion, public hearing, and action by the board. Item number 1, special use permit case number 2519. Mr. Barraza.
I believe they have control of that in the other room, so
Yeah, so we can.
I believe. Keep trying.
1, 2,
There it
3.
is.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Could you switch the, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Javier Barraza, Senior Planner, presenting special use permit case 25-19. This is a request per section 601.03X of the Yuma County zoning ordinance to allow a wireless communication facility on a parcel that has 20 gross acres in size, zone rural area, 20-acre minimum, located in a Dome Valley Welton planning area, southwest corner of the alignment of County 2.5 Street and Avenue 16E. As I mentioned, to allow the construction of a new wireless communication facility consisting of a self-supported lattice tower with an overall height of 150 feet. This is the zoning and vicinity map showing the subject parcel highlighted in red and crosshatch. Currently, the property is in agriculture. Parcel number 3 to the north is zone RA20, improved with 2 manufactured homes used as labor housing, farm labor housing. Parcel 16930-016 is zone RA10, improved with a residence, as well as parcel 15. Parcel number 1 is on suburban site built to a 4-acre minimum, improved with a residence. Parcel 4 is on RA40, improved with a manufactured home. Parcel 10 is in agriculture, zone RA40, and parcel 16 and 18 to the south and the west are zone RA20 as well. Property is accessed along Avenue 16 on the east. This is an aerial view.
Oh, good.
Outlined in red is the subject parcel. This is the site plan submitted by the applicant showing the proposed location of the compound. This is a view of the structure. This is a view looking north at Avenue 16E.
Yep.
It's a view looking southwest from the northeast corner of the property. There already some grading work there. View looking southwest. Staff received comment from the agencies listed on the slide. Received 1 letter in opposition from a property owner within the notification area. The Planning Commission recommends approval of a special use permit case number 25-19. Subject to the following performance condition, the owner applicant shall submit the following document within 60 days of board approval, a YPG disclosure statement, also the following operational conditions. Number 1, the approval of special use permit is based on the site plan submitted by the applicant. Any change from the site plan will require approval by the county planning director pursuant to section 402.04 of the Yuma County zoning ordinance. Number 2, the special use permit is limited to a self-supported lattice tower. The proposed tower must be lit with a red beacon at the top and with an additional steady burning red light placed on the tower at 50% of the tower's total height. The applicant must comply with all FAA and FCC regulations, including marking, lighting, and notification requirements. And number 5, the proposed tower must be removed with the cessation of its use. Mr. Chairman, this concludes staff presentation.
I have a question, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
I have a question. It has to do with the network of towers that are going to be used. Is this part of that network or is it outside that network?
Mr. Chairman, Supervisor Reyes, this is part of in conjunction with Verizon. It's gonna.
I guess my question has more to do with the fact that we're looking at placing a bunch of towers out there.
Oh,
Is
this
it
will
part
not
of that
interfere.
network? It will not interfere with the signal?
With the ag towers?
Yeah, I was just concerned about the interference that a tower in the middle of agricultural field would
Mr.
do.
Chairman and Tony, they'll be operating on a different frequency that are designed specifically for their applications, so we shouldn't have any challenges. And I believe, Josh, there are several existing comms towers that will be in close proximity to existing, but in speaking with a couple of the individuals, they didn't see any challenges with those two frequencies competing with each other in close proximity.
So there's no conflict? It's not a part of that network, but it doesn't conflict with the network?
That's correct. It's not part of the county's project.
So what
and
happens,
it
what
won't
happens to the rest of the property? I mean, I see that it's a large property. It's, well, it looks large on the map. You know, what happens to the property itself once you put a tower in it? Can you still farm it? Can you still do things with it, or does it remain fallow?
Mr. Chairman, Supervisor Reyes, yeah, there's only gonna lease a portion of the parcel. The rest will continue to be farmed. Let me show you. This is just a portion that's gonna be where the future proposed wireless communication facility is gonna be located, on the northeast corner of that 20 acres.
So the tower would be placed somewhere that allows the rest of the land to be used for farming. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, when I look at
I
it.
have the applicants, sorry, I have the applicants here.
No, I
owners.
think the answer is pretty quick, pretty simple. It will
Okay.
still be used for agricultural purposes. So it will just be taken, whatever the site will take, it will be removed from the, sure, come up. We're very, very concerned about taking agricultural fuels off the
completely
system.
understand. I completely understand. My name is Dawn Shepard. I'm actually the property owner, and I have been working closely with State 48 and Vertical Bridge on this for about 14 months now. Their initial proposal
Do you want to
was-
bring the
Oh,
mic a
sorry.
little bit
I
closer
know
to
I don't
you?
speak
know,
very
I don't know
loud.
if it moves,
Okay.
but you can bring it closer to you.
Is that better?
That
Sorry.
sounds
Okay.
good. Thank you.
It seems loud. Okay. So what I was saying was, this has been in the works for about 14 months. I've been working with Vertical Bridge and State 48 on this. Their initial request was basically right in the middle of the farm, and I said I can't do that. The property was my grandfather's, it went to my mother, and now it's mine. I was approached by them and I said, you know, the house that you see right there is my cousin's house. Her brother lives next door, and that's the shop that was for my grandpa's farm. I asked them to put it in that corner so I could continue to lease the rest of the property. I'm probably going to use, the site itself is probably only half an acre, but they have to have boundaries, right? Safety, so many feet on each side in case there's a problem with the tower. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want anything like that. So they did move it at my request. They've been very good to work with. I will lose probably a full acre, which is okay. You know, there's terrible dead spots out in Dome. I don't know if you guys have been to Dome, but there's dead spots out there. I would not pursue this if I didn't think it was safe. My mom's entire family lives out there, and they're all aware of it. They're all supportive. They figure if someone's gonna build one, it might as well be one of us. So I leased to Harrison Farms. I have for, I want to say 8 years now, and we continue to. They've been wonderful to work with me. They went and actually cut that line so that they could, you know, put their crop away where it's not going to be intruded upon. Everyone from Vertical Bridge has let me know when they're going out to the site. They've invited me to go out there. I've asked them over and over, please, please do not set foot into the field. Do not mess up their, you know, their process. Yeah, it's, I mean, I'm well aware of it's prime farmland. I understand and appreciate that. My total portion is 55 acres. And I see this as an investment for my kids, honestly. This is gonna pay for, I think it's a 50-year lease.
Okay, so the location will not interfere with the
No,
operation? And it
no,
won't put anybody at risk?
Yeah,
like
I've already
fireworks?
talked to Harrison Farms about crop dusting, all that, and I was basically told that it's going to drones anyway. They're not concerned about the flight so much, and that they have other towers on other properties that they lease, and they haven't had a problem with that. So I
That's
do
my,
work with them.
one of my concerns is the flight operators of dusters, because with the network of towers everywhere, it's going to be difficult to fly that low. Especially a 150-foot tower, that's a tall tower.
Well, you know, those ones just north of the property on the view he had with the desert are those really, really big ones on the YPG property.
Yeah, 500
And
KV
so-
lines.
Yeah.
Right, I just wanted to have an answer from the owner.
Yeah,
that it didn't
I'm
interfere.
happy to
That's fine.
answer any questions you might have.
I don't have any more questions, I just wanted to make sure it was a safe situation.
Yeah.
And that you could still use your land for
Oh,
other
yeah.
purposes.
Yeah, I was not going to let them put it right in the middle. That's not going to happen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And 150, that's a standard size tower.
That's the, Mr. Chairman, Supervisor Simmons, is the highest allowed in that zoning without to apply for a variance.
Okay. I know the cell service down in there is terrible, so hopefully it'll help.
Okay.
So,
Any other questions for Mr. Barraza?
there's no other questions. I'll make a motion that we.
I got a speaker form, and I gotta open it up.
No.
A public hearing. Juan Matus?
Hello, good morning. My name is Juan Matus. I'm actually just here on behalf of State 48 and not on behalf of Ms. Shepherd, but State 48 with the tower. And I just wanted to make myself available for any questions or concerns. That's why I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
Well, thank you.
okay.
Thanks.
And I'll go ahead and open up the public hearing. Anybody from the public that wishes to address? Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing and bring it back to the board.
I'll make a motion that we approve special use permit case number 25-19 as presented.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second to approve special use permit case number 25-19. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Barraza. Moving on to, moving on to legislative issues. Alejandro.
There we go. He did turn it off. I thought I was joking. Alejandro Figueroa, Yuma County Economic Development and Intergovernmental Affairs. Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I'll be presenting the legislative update for you. Okay, here we go. So we'll start with the groundwater conservation program. The Arizona Department of Water Resources issued the state's first groundwater savings credits, which allow agricultural water savings to be converted for urban use. In this case, the credits support enough water supply for approximately 825 new homes and represent an estimated 80% reduction in water use compared to historic ag operations on the site. The application was submitted immediately after the law became effective and was processed within 45 business days, indicating how the program is being implemented in practice. These credits were then incorporated into a certificate of assured water supply, which was issued for public notice the same day. Moving on, the State Land Department is scheduled for a sunset review in the upcoming legislative session. And the Joint Legislative Audit Committee recently convened to review the agency's performance audit as part of that process. The stated focus of the hearing was how the state land use policies impact housing supply and K-12 grade education funding, since revenues from the state's trust lands directly support public schools. As we've seen with other agency continuations and director confirmations, sunset reviews are increasingly being used as leverage points in broader legislative negotiations. From a county perspective, these discussions matter because decisions around state land policy can directly influence housing development timelines, availability of land for community growth, and long-term education funding that affects Yuma County residents.
I just want to make a comment regarding the timing for housing. I mean, it takes forever for the state to release parcel out for. They actually go out to auction, but it takes 12 months to a year and a half to get them to go through the process of announcing, and they have to publish in the paper in 45 days. It's just a long and lengthy process. No matter how much they call it an expedited process, it just isn't. I mean, there has to be certain things that have to be done by law. So it takes about a year and a half to get a piece of property on to bid, and that's way too long for housing to react. I mean, we have a housing crisis that if you take a year and a half to get it to auction, and then you go to auction and then buy it, and then the state takes another 30-some days to send you the title, 45 days, it's a process that takes a year and a half. It's just too long. We need to let the State Land Department know that if they're going to be a solution for the housing crisis, they need to really expedite their process. And that's a legislative function because they run under the state, it's called the Urban Lands Act bill. And they need to go back to the legislature and shorten up the times that you have to put it in the paper from 45 days to 15, those type of things. And they can't do it themselves. So my call is to the Department of the legislative people that work on this to actually look at that bill and understand that the way it was processed in the past may have worked because it protected everybody according to the rules of letting everybody know. But now it's just become a burdensome way to get any land to be made available, especially given the fact that the county has maybe 9–10% of private ownership. So it's very difficult to do any development in this town and this county without. You got it? Okay. Well,
I got it.
okay. But I just wanted to make sure that you knew that the solution, I don't think lies with the state land department, it lies with the legislative action, I've never brought it up before because I never thought before that housing was something that we wanted to get into. It's a very complex field. But I think that if we are going to put pressure on the legislators, we have to have a concerted effort.
Mr. Chairman, may I suggest that we direct Alexis and Alejandro to send a letter to the Land Department and also to leadership requesting a review and get CSA involved as well.
I think that's a great idea, so. Yep.
Thank you.
Moving on to the federal component of the presentation, a bipartisan federal housing proposal led by Senator Mark Kelly and a group of colleagues from both parties and across the country. The bill focuses on increasing housing availability by encouraging existing homeowners to sell their homes, which would help add supply to the market. Under current law, the capital gains exclusion on the sale of a primary residence has not been updated since 1997 and has not kept pace with inflation. As a result, many homeowners, particularly seniors who have lived in their homes for decades, face significant tax liabilities if they sell, which discourages housing turnover. This legislation would update those thresholds by increasing the exclusion to $500,000 for single filers and $1 million for joint filers. By reducing this tax barrier, the bill aims to free up existing housing stock, improve affordability, and create more options for families and workers. The proposal has received support from both the National Association of Realtors and AARP, reflecting its broad appeal and potential impact. Mr. Chairman, if the board has no questions or comments, I will move on to the next portion of the agenda item.
Go ahead, Andrew.
So as discussed during the last board meeting, staff comes up with some guidelines, legislative principles that the board reviews and approves to serve again as guidelines for the work we do at the state legislature, be more efficient, be more effective. You know, sometimes bills come up during the middle of the day or even late at night, and we need to react promptly sometimes to either oppose or support a bill. So this is, again, a reiteration of what we discussed during the last board meeting. And I'll go over some of the subsets just to give the board again and the public an idea of what are the principles we're discussing here. So ag, water, and environment. Yuma County's ag sector remains a cornerstone of our economy, and this principle focuses on protecting workforce stability, water security, and continued access to the Colorado River and groundwater. We're also supporting responsible environmental policies that produce real benefits locally, including addressing illegal dumping issues. Affordable and accessible housing. This principle emphasizes expanding housing affordability options while preserving local control over land use and planning decisions. They also address homelessness through prevention, emergency shelter, and supportive services, recognizing the unique housing challenges in Yuma County. Public safety. We're advocating for sustainable and predictable funding for law enforcement, fire, emergency medical services, detention, and courts. These services are fundamental, and the county must be positioned to meet growing service demands without compromising public safety. Military. Protecting Yuma's military installations remains a top priority. This includes compatible land use planning, preventing encroachment, and maintaining strong coordination between the military, local jurisdictions, and the state to protect these critical missions. Border affairs. Given Yuma County's border location, we continue to advocate for adequate infrastructure, staffing, and resources at ports of entry. This principle recognizes the operational and fiscal impacts border activity has on local governments. Public health and emergency preparedness. The county is focused on strengthening emergency preparedness, particularly for extreme heat, flooding, and other high-risk events. We're also attentive to public health concerns such as biosolids management and rising healthcare-related costs that directly affect county operations. Transportation, infrastructure, and energy. These principles support continued investment in transportation corridors, broadband expansion, and energy infrastructure. We're also emphasizing local control, consumer protection, particularly related to solar installations, and fiscal stability tied to energy development. Lastly, county operation, administration, and fiscal oversight. Finally, we are prioritizing the preservation of a local authority and opposing state cost shifting that places additional burdens on counties. This section also supports sound fiscal management, election process improvements, and community programs that enhance quality of life.
Thank you.
Any questions for Alejandro on that? So do we have a, can I get a motion to?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we endorse these priorities.
I'll second.
Question. A question has to do with the military installations. In all the bills that have passed the legislature that now puts us in, I mean, I don't understand when something comes up and the military says, no, I don't want it. How much of an obligation do we have to follow the recommendation? How much is the statute? How much is, maybe I need a little more focus on the military and their role and our role in protecting encroachment. So I just want to bring that up because it's an issue to me. I don't understand exactly what the state law requires that we do in cases where the encroachment may be, you know, maybe I would say a little doubtful. I mean, I mean, I read that the state statutes say that we have to do something, and then I look at local control and I go like, okay, what's going on? So I need a little more clarity there, if you could.
Sure. Would you like me to respond?
That's it. No, that's a motion and a second. I just wanted to comment.
All right. There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Alejandro.
Thank you, sir. I'll move on to the last component of the agenda item, the fiscal year 2027 state transportation budget request. And I think we have a county engineer here with me in case you have any questions. But the idea here is that Yuma County staff considers US 95 the highest priority transportation project to request funding for during next year's legislative session. US 95 is a critical north-south corridor connecting Somerton, the Cocopah Indian Reservation, the city of Yuma, and unincorporated areas of the county to the San Luis ports of entry. It functions as a statewide freight and mobility backbone. The corridor supports high-volume movement of consumer goods, fresh produce, ag workers, and military traffic, including access tied directly to the Yuma Proving Ground. With continued population growth at both the county and state level, traffic volumes and pavement stress have only increased. Phase 1 of the project has already been completed, delivering 7 miles of new pavement. To finish our remaining segments, phases 2 and 3, the county is requesting a $12.8 million state general fund appropriation. Completion of this project will improve safety, extend pavement life, support cross-border trade, and strengthen Arizona's broader transportation network, not just for Yuma County, but again, for the state as a whole. And as you can see, there's a map that engineer provided. I also included one in your printout.
Okay, if I understand this correctly, it is phase 1 and phase 2 together, 12.8?
Mr. Chairman, Supervisor Reyes, it's phase 2 and phase 3. Phase 1 has already been
Phase
completed.
1 is already done, excuse me. Phase
Yes.
2 and phase 3 is 1. It will be $12.8 million, 11 miles?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Any other question? Any other questions for Alejandro?
Yeah, I've got one, Alejandro. I'm going to send you something, and I'd like to try to get the board, if we could get a resolution for our next meeting, reference to the Fortuna Road crossing for the railroad. In the last, well, in August, it was closed for 2 days. September, 9 days. October, 3 days. November, 3 days. And it's all because they have an electrical switch problem when it rains or they get sand down in it. And Arizona Corporation Commission is pretty much powerless to do anything to the railroad. So I want to try to get a resolution before our federal legislators to get the railroad to address this issue and fix it.
Mr. Chairman, Supervisor Simmons, I'd be glad to do that. We can also include them on as part of the federal priorities for the county,
Okay.
if you'd like us to. And I'll be submitting that to the board early next year for the review and approval of the board as well.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I did follow up with the chair of the Corporation Commission regarding that issue after numerous complaints.
And Mr. Chairman, we'll be sure to add that resolution agenda item to the January meeting.
And if I may, Mr. Chairman, one last thing. The idea of asking for this one single project is that we know the state legislature is not going to have all the funds they've had in the last 2-3 years. And they've communicated to staff that they're open to just doing one-time funding projects. So that's why we're asking for this one. Transportation seems to be something they're open to. It has to be a one-time funding expense.
You know, I remember back in, I think it was like 1991 or 1990, that they did use 95 at that time. It belonged to the state. But I mean, it was a very nice project. I did at that time find out that the contractor that had it, when they started from 32nd South, just before getting to Somerton, they were running out of time. I mean, because they were taking their time, but from Somerton all the way to San Luis, they were in a hurry to accomplish it because obviously the fees or the penalties that were put on them. If you notice, when you drive 95 from 32nd to County 14, hardly any cracks on the road. From County 14 and all the way to San Luis, that road, I mean, was done so fast that I don't think it was done done the right way. We get the same amount of water pretty much all the time. I mean, that road has had minimal maintenance on it. So I honestly, I think this would be a good project to finish and get it done.
The right way.
Any other comments?
No, I agree with you. It's a rough road.
Also, just for information, I talked to YMPO at our last meeting, and they're also going to do a resolution up for the Fortuna crossing.
All right, need a motion for this one?
Chairman, I appreciate if the board could approve this one project as a priority for Yuma County so we can advocate for it.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve the collaboration between state and federal for the Highway 95. How do you want to say it? Are you happy with that, Minda?
I still believe that the port of entry issue hasn't been dealt with correctly, neither by the city of San Luis or Mexico or the city of San Luis, Arizona. When those 16 lanes open, which I expect them to open next year, some of them, they're going to let traffic go out on First Street. I don't think the city's ready. And I mean, they're barely going to get their Cesar Chavez Thruway started to work on next year. So they're going to deal with a lot of traffic coming out of that port of entry that I don't know. When I look at this repaving issue, I don't think they're going to direct it back to Highway 95, which, if I remember correctly, was a trade-off. We traded the freeway, kind of freeway that gets to the new port of entry. Yeah, we traded it for 195, and when we inherited Interstate, it was there in Interstate 95. We inherited a road that was damaged, and it was just repaired, and that was like 20, 25 years ago. So it's time we look at that issue, but it's time we look at the impact of the water station has in Yuma County and how we're going to direct the traffic when it comes to Yuma. I was in El Centro yesterday, and half the license plates that I saw at the mall were Mexican plates. You had to drive around to get to anywhere you wanted to go. And I expect that to continue. I hope a trade between the countries improve with the new port of entry. But I don't think the Mexican side is ready for the flow, and I don't think the American side, we're ready for the flow. That's an increased flow. I mean, we have 8 lanes now, and they're hardly ever used. They use 4 or 5 lanes. So when they open up all those lanes, if they open up all those lanes, it's going to mean a lot of traffic. We're going to have to work with the city of San Luis, and I know we had a joint meeting not too long ago where this was technically discussed, and they face themselves with a situation where they can't issue a public statement without GSA clearing it. So that means that we can't really say it's ahead of time, but it's ahead of time. You can see it. I mean, the traffic flow into Mexico, the traffic flow from Mexico into the United States is pretty close to finishing. So, but we can't say it. We can't say we're ahead of schedule for about a year. And so the Mexicans are acting like the port of entry, the United States port of entry will be ready in 2028. It's not. It's going to be ready in 2026, 27 at the latest. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that point because we're approving we're approving items that have to do with that. And I just want to make sure that we understand that agricultural workforce and the military and the ports of entry are still issues that we need to discuss every so often to keep up with them. They're not issues that remain the same for a year.
We're getting everything ready, so.
Yeah, I get it. We're going to do some long-term planning tomorrow.
Mr. Chairman, and just to have it on record, on that printout or the packet, the document included on the packet has a typo. The second paragraph, repaving the 12.808 mile segment. I edited that and I included a new document for you, for the board on your desk. So it's 11-mile segment, just for the record, just so people know.
That looks like 28.08. It looks like we basically spend about $1 million a mile.
Right.
That should be it's 11-mile segment.
Tony, so did you second that one?
I'll second that one.
Okay, thank you. There's a motion and a second to approve Yuma County's fiscal year 27 state budget transportation request. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Alejandro.
Thank you, sir.
Summary of current events.
I think you skip federal. Federal housing availability and affordability. But it's okay.
Is that, okay, thank you. Lynn? Current events? Thank you. All right.
I've attended CSA and I met with some people, but other than that, I've been making tamales, I've been cooking for Christmas, so.
Where are the tamales?
I know I have.
The Tamale Festival is next week in summertime.
Where's my tamales?
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I had a meeting on water, another meeting on water, and another meeting on water. Tomorrow I'll be attending the Colorado River Water Users Association meeting with a contingency from Yuma and from the state on behalf of our water in the Colorado River. I participated in Yuma Fresh Vegetables annual meeting last week and met with Alejandro, Ian, and I invited the city and GYDC to participate in a meeting with a group that seeks to export United States energy, primarily natural gas, to Mexico for their project. And then before I leave today, I'll schedule with Alejandro, working with the White House and the Small Business Administration, our PM10 meeting, public meeting here in January, and we'll be holding it here in this room, Mr. Chairman.
Looking forward to it. Supervisor Simmons?
Let's see, attended the Welton Mohawk Irrigation District Board meeting, City of Yuma tree lighting, the Yuma Fresh Vegetables luncheon, and congratulations, Jonathan, on your award. PSPRS meeting, LEPC meeting, YMPO meeting, attended the Yuma County Christmas program, which was very well attended by our employees. They seemed very happy and enjoyed the event. Had the honor of reading the proclamation for Reads Across America on Saturday. Attended a fundraiser for Tacna Fire Department, several other Christmas events, and working on that noise complaint about the place in the foothills. That's it.
Supervisor Reyes?
Thank you for the chocolates, first of all. It was a nice touch. And, you know, the rest of it is, we've discussed most of it. I had, guys had a ribbon cutting ceremony that I waited 20 years to attend, and I fell asleep and didn't get in on time. I just want to make sure that everybody knows it's not your fault. But it's sort of anticlimactic. I love the new building. I'm still waiting for my card, my P card, to get in when everybody's not looking, so I can take a tour. But I also, I went to a meeting with, we had a meeting with the Great Yuma Port Authority to discuss next year, or this next year, it's 2026. So it's been a busy week. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Been busy here, there with the meetings, and been talking to Ian about a lot of, for the building, or issues about the building, especially the pitching. I know you guys all had, got an email from Ian about how much it's gonna cost for the pitchings abatement or something. But we'll hopefully we can look at other solutions and make it cheaper, so, if possible.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Affordable.
I'll take care of them.
Yeah. If speaking about tamales, if anybody wants tamales this Saturday, the Tamale Festival in Somerton, so from 10 to 11, hope to see you there. And the Christmas light parade in Somerton is on Friday.
Mr. Chair, I know there are a lot of kids in Yuma, and, well, kids from Yuma, that have benefited from the scholarship fund that is funded through the Tamale Festival, and some of them were my former students, so that Tamale Festival really does benefit the community in a whole lot of ways.
Thank you.
Especially calorie weight.
Ian?
Thank you, Chairman. We had the YCAS, that's the Yuma County Administration Services Employee Event with Chairman Porges and Supervisor Pancrazzi joined us. Begun my periodic visits to all county departments that report to administration just to give updates and hear what's on people's minds. Attended the retirement event for former Court Finance Director Imelda Figueroa, the Arizona County's Insurance Pool Board of Trustees meeting, the GYEDC luncheon about why Fortune 500 companies are looking at Yuma County, Orange Grove Rancho Mesa Verde public meeting with Chairman Porches, the local Workforce Development Board service provider meeting with Supervisor Pancrazzi, CSA's County Managers Association meeting, Arizona City County Management Association Board of Director meeting, that should be my last one. We had a nominating committee before that to pick my successor and other people who are stepping off the board. Meeting with representatives of Grupo CLISA with Vice Chairman Lyons, as he mentioned, and a reminder tomorrow morning, the long-term planning roundtable right here at 9, refreshments at 8:30. Thank you.
Is it gonna be here now?
So nice to have it instead of the library.
This building or?
Yeah, right here in this room, and it'll be a roundtable. And Supervisor Lyons will not be here. He's excused because he has. I'm gonna give you a hall pass.
Water, and more
water. Yeah.
It's waterlogged.
So at 8:30. Night.
The meeting starts at 9, refreshments at 8:30. Yes, sir.
Tony, the meeting starts at 8:30, so refreshments at 8.
This is directed to what I know. I was here early today.
Meeting adjourned.
I didn't know where to pick up my agenda. It was here.